Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad everyone can attend. My name is Jessica Messick, and I am attending Delaware Technical Community College. I am studying business management. I would like to explain reasons why companies should not outsource their accounting services. How many of you have been obligated to a contract, whether it was with a gas company, a cell phone company, or a membership, like a gym membership? I personally do not like contracts because you cannot make any changes for a length of period of time. Most likely we have all been under some type of contract at some point of our life. Outsourcing accounting is nothing more than a contract. Companies tend to contract part of their work to cut costs, but that does not always happen. Outsourcing can be a security risk for companies. I'm going to discuss reasons why companies should not outsource their accounting services due to trust, confidentiality, competitive markets, and responsibility. There is always a chance that the outsourcing company is not as dedicated as the in-house company. Uh, they may not work as harder as an in-house company, and the company does not have control over what their employees are doing like they would if they outsource their services. Financial items may get lost. Items may be hand delivered to an outsourced company, and the outsourced company may misplace those items, as well as documents sent electronically. We all know that there are always technical issues when it comes to computers, so if documents or data is sent electronically and for some reason there's a technical issue and the outsourcing company doesn't receive it, it does not fall on the outsourcing company, it still falls on the actual company. Outsourcing company is the ones that actually make the contracts. The two companies sit down together and decide what they want to do and what they want to put in the contract, but sometimes items are missed. And once a contract is made, you have to stick with it. Companies are always changing, therefore their work status and items that they need change. So if additional work is needed, additional fees would have to be put in order to receive those fees for the additional work. Confidential information such as sensitive information are compromised. Social security numbers, business account numbers should stay in the office. When a company outsources these items, they risk a chance of the social security numbers or business account numbers being used, especially if they get into the wrong hands. Human resource files are another one. Usually human resource files are always, they would actually have to stay in the company office, but some of them are outsourced for companies to handle and maintain. And it's very important that disciplinary actions, medical forms, personal items that are all in the file do not get out to anyone else where they could compromise that information. Here I actually have a chart for the security risk due to outsourcing. This actually falls under IT, but it's an example of sensitive or confidential information may not be properly protected. And if you look closely, you can see the percentages of 60%. That's the highest, and that is definitely an issue of items not being protected properly. So when you can see unauthorized parties might be able to access private files without authorization. Companies are always in competition with other companies, and it's very important not to have private or secretive information out for other companies to use, because they could be compromised as well, especially if for some reason that outsourced company happens to know another company and they leak that information out that they know about your company. And that could be devastating to a company that's growing. Company employees may be upset due to losing their job from outsourcing. Managers always want control. They don't always love their job, but they want the control of that department and what they're actually doing. And if part of their department or all of their department is outsourced, they are not always as dedicated or responsible because they want that control. They want that title of a manager and that responsibility. Um, the reputation of the company may be harmed and at risk due to hard feelings by the actual employees. Responsibilities. Companies are always responsible. Companies are always responsible for whatever happens within the company. Outsourcing companies are not responsible. Basically, the company pays the outsourced company to provide a service, just like they pay an employee to perform a service. Outsourcing company is out to make money. There is always a chance that even if they make a mistake, they are not responsible for that mistake. The actual company is responsible for it. Outsourcing company could default, and if that happens and there's no way to get your information that the outsourcing company already has, you're still responsible for obtaining that information. There's always a chance that information could be delayed because the company could try to contact the outsourcing company needing information. The outsourced company is not responsible for a company's deadlines. Outsourcing companies may also not hire qualified individuals to complete the task that a actual company could. Now that we have an insight on outsourcing and accounting services and how they could be risky for companies, we also see how companies and the management team may not be able to trust an outside company. One of the biggest issues is confidentiality of a business and how a company could lose money. Every company is in competition with another company, and it is important to keep all the business information secure. Employees take a chance on losing their jobs due to outsourcing. Time-sensitive material is very important and could be delayed due to the lack of staff and many risks considered. Companies should not outsource accounting service. They will not only change the quality and control of a company, but it will change the direction of the company branding. Thank you for your time. Does anyone have any questions or like to discuss any issues? At the same time, you can continue to take a look at this and see the information. There's information that may not be properly backed up as we discussed. And thank you for your time. Does anyone have any questions?